Hey guys, Marcel here, and of course we have another interview with Shaunz this time. Not a player interview, but a coaching interview after the victory against Origen. What was it like to come into this game against Origen? Like, what did you guys prepare for that, and did you like how the game went?
So against Origen, we had a good draft, I think. Well, we resolved on a non-tanky comp, and we're actually doing well with this comp. So we anticipate pretty well what they could pick. We like to bait people into picking things so that we can prepare better, and this is actually what they have done. So we are pretty happy, and from a coaching point of view, I'm really happy because the draft went how I wanted to.
Of course, from the draft perspective, they actually picked up Kindred as an AD carry. What do you think of that? It is like a common pick. Is it good? I mean, it kind of has low range, and even when it was like 7-0 something, it didn't really do for them much to win the game. What's your general take on Kindred AD carry, maybe?
Okay, so we knew absolutely that he would pick Kindred AD against Kalista because in the end, Kindred is decent when Kalista stacks the rend. Then after Kindred puts ultimate and Kalista cannot E to finish the kill. So we knew he would pick Kindred, and I was expecting them also to remove one of the jungler we like the most, Elise, but Shuk is playing a lot of jungler, so it's okay. And I think the champion is pretty good, but relies on someone else doing damage. And the fact that Power Fuel went a bit tanky, with Athene and Abyssal, doesn't make him a threat. And well, if he focused Cabo, I think the last fight, so only Kindred has damage. So as long as we handle this guy, then he's fine.
So yeah, I mean, Cabochard has been very outspoken about him being a top laner that wants to have resources. You've coached him in the last team in Gambit, right? So is it different, the approach of playing? Do you have more resources to spend on other lanes, or what's your general take on how to distribute resources on the map?
Okay, so this is a really good question. Usually, Cabo is a guy he's French. I've been working with him, and I know him closely. And I know that now he's evolving. So when he arrived into the split, so the first time he played, he knows that he really wins the game with resources, with ganks. Then after, he knows how to snowball. And then after, when in Gambit, we could done a bit of ganks around Forgiven and stuff, things like that. But the meta was around top, so you just rely on this. Now, Cabo is someone smart, so he knows that if we have, for example, Kalista Trash, then we won't play around him because Kalista Trash needs to win the lane. So he's just evolving, he's getting smarter and smarter, and he accepts the fact that he doesn't get resources and tries to play a little bit less risky when it comes to the team game.
Was that maybe your biggest challenge as a coach to kind of do that? I mean, you've been your entire coaching career you have been with Cabochard, and do you think what's your biggest coaching challenge so far?
To make Forgiven severe.
What about Kalista maybe? You couldn't do it?
You played Kalista once. We never play Kalista again. I feel this is different. I think you could play it, okay, but it's not this type of champion, so you just rely on everything. There's no point into forcing someone playing a champion if you do not like it. Well, I think you can know it as a pro player. You don't have to be forcing someone. So it's a bit like Gravestop from Cabo. We played a lot of Gravestop. He is confident. The team is confident. So just go for it. And if we fail, then it means that the pick is not good in LCS. So we just remove it. But it's all about the feeling and also the understanding of the meta.
So yeah, last question is. As a coach, is it your job to scout talent or see what other people do? What's your general advice for people that are up and coming, maybe in the challenger scene? What they should do? Should they just grind solo queue, or what's points to take from a coaching role? What makes you define a player as good or bad?
Okay, so I think right now in season 6, the most important thing is the attitude and the team play. Basically, I don't mind if a player is really talented on Rengar or just is super good at mechanics in mid lane, it will not work. Yeah. You need to have good understanding of the game, warding influence in the map, roaming, understanding how the team play goes with turrets, dragons, and things like that. Because then after, it's really easy to make someone getting better. However, if you are not good mechanically, then you will probably fail because it's easier to teach someone really good mechanical how to team play rather than someone good team play but bad mechanical, because this is different. So when I scout, I usually look for those kind of things, and I think that right now in Europe we are really strong. Even the challenger scene, I think they're really smart compared to other regions. So I think Europe is in good shape, and we'll try to show this with vitality more and more.
So you hear it? No Rengar in solo queue anymore, please. Please do us a favor and don't pick it. No?
It's useless. Seriously, it's pointless to one-shot people because then after you don't learn anything. You learn how to one-shot, but it's not how you're gonna win games because then there is 5 pings. There's always something to prevent you, so you won't win. So I remember like some guys that were playing Rengar, like Taur, maybe you know this guy.
Yeah.
I like him, you know, like he's nice. But I told him like when I met him, dude, if you want to play really competitive and pro player, don't go Rengar. Stop playing the champion because not only you will get permaban, but also you won't learn the team game. So it's not worth the shot.
So maybe those words of wisdom will please my solo queue experience. No more bad Rengar players on my team or 20-0 Rengar players in the enemy team. But yeah, thank you so much for this interview. Very insightful. And of course, we have more coverage on theScore eSports.com. Thank you.